everyone. Today, with me and my teammates, we're going to talk about benefits of blockchains to supply chain industries. I will give you a brief introduction about the blockchain technology. Innovation in technology plays a vital role in today's competitive business, which enables the firms to produce goods and services efficiently. Business entities are striving to satisfy the ever changing customers' demands. From the production of goods to final delivery, the multiple departments are involved. The transformation of the natural resources into the raw materials and then to finished good is about supply chain activities. The blockchain technology is directly associated with the supply chain management. There are various processes in the supply chain management. For example, management analyzes logistic time to market plan, distribution, procurement, and delivery of the products. Blockchain technology is a very advanced technology which all the organizations are adopting these days. It is a digital and decentralized list which is growing continuously and can be named as a records being linked using cryptography. Each block comprises of cryptographic hash links with previous blocks along with the transactional data and the timestamps. In year 2008, blockchain was invented by person or group of persons named as Satoshi Nakamoto, whose identity is still unknown, but its initial work goes back in 1991 when the Stuart Harbour and W. Scott described the cryptography, the secure chain of blocks. Since the beginning of the technology, the file size of the bitcoins is continuously increasing, which was 20 GB in 2014 and later on its growth to 100 GB in early 2017, and by early 2020 it has exceeded 200 GIB in total. Traditional business models. Traditionally, the business models maintain the activity's entire history in a single database. The single database is centralized and very vulnerable to any cyber attack. Blockchain technology distributes the database to its user with the introduction of concepts of consensus mechanism. Currently, the blockchain has transformed the way of conducting a business. Transparent model money for the exchange system is used in the organizations. Trends in the blockchain. Use blockchain as service by tech companies. Use blockchain as service by tech companies, a cloud-based facility which is being integrated by the large number of startups along with the tech giants and enabling the user to develop a digital product. High visibility of stable coins are in the initial phase as the predicted they will be in the market by the end of 2020. Solution for the social networking problem by blockchain. Induction in the social media will provide problem solution to the 2.77 billion social media accounts like content relevance, data privacy, and data control, and many more. Blockchains network. This enable a user to share data and the other private information in multiple blockchains system, leading blockchain application by the economy and finance. For, for trading in the banking operation accounts, 77% financial institutes are considering this to introduce in their business in order to reduce the cost and improve the security of the databases. Now the next slides will be discussed by my teammate Ramanpreet Kaur. Thank you.
Now I'm going to talk about trends in blockchain. First one is government agencies and blockchain integration. Currently, each agency has its own database, and with the introduction of blockchain technology, there will be improvement in the functions of agencies. Next one is blockchain with Internet of Things. Safety is considered as the biggest challenge for IoT technology market due to millions of devices which are connected and more are to be added. Internet of Things is a big target of cyber attack which can be reduced by using blockchain technology. Next one, blockchain role in artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the latest technology which can make data development with the help of blockchain technology, as around 51% of businesses are collaborating with artificial intelligence and blockchain technology. Increased demand for experts of blockchain. As there are few member of experts of blockchain technology, and there will be increase in its requirement soon due to fast and widespreading technology, and this rapid growth will create situation for increased demand for such experts. So now, blockchain benefits for supply chain industry. Supply chain with the help of blockchain can grow over vast area, as this technology is considered of the distributed data which is growing on continuous basis. Data is secured from tampering and revision by anyone. Transparency, traceability, security, efficiency, and immutability are benefits of blockchain. First one is transparency. Transparency is the ability by which data can be easily accessed to do work no matter where the database bases are located. It also makes the assurance that data is accurate. Second one is traceability. Traceability is the capability to trace something is traceability. It is considered as the ability through which we can verify the history, data location, or data application of any item using the documents which are recorded for identification. Next one is security. The security of data refers to protecting process of data from unauthorized person to access and removal of data corruption in its lifestyle. Next one is efficiency. Blockchain technology has replaced the need to have centralized database, so it's easy to achieve and assist in reducing transaction, processing time and cost. Next one is immutability. Overall cost of data auditing is also reduced by blockchain technology. Now, opportunities and challenges for implication of blockchain to supply chain industry. First one is a unique and latest idea not only benefits a firm but also the industry. Similar is the case with the association of the concept of blockchain to supply chain industry. Next one, the more effectively the latest and the advanced concepts are implied to carry out the business processes, the better it helps the firm to get the competitive advanced marketplace. By blockchain, the management of supply chain becomes easy and convenient. There are less chances to have the errors and the frauds. Errors and the frauds cannot be eliminated completely due to the involvement of human being, but still they can be reduced up to a certain level. In case the paperwork is embedded to the business processes, then it is confirmed to have the delays. Supply chain industry can avoid the delays through the implication of blockchain technology. Next one is the management of inventory can be improved. The quick and rapid identification of issues is a plus point. The costs are, if controlled, it means the firm is going to get the maximum benefits from its resources. The less costs, especially the courier costs, can be incurred on the management of supply chain by blockchain technology. Now, the next slides will be discussed by my teammate Manat Gupta. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Manat and today I'm going to talk about opportunities for implication of blockchain to supply chain industry. It's like the increased number of customers along with the trust of partners, streamlined business process, increased competitive advantage in the marketplace, provision of outclass traceability options, maintenance of the confidentiality of the parties. Supply chain industry is not to trade their goods as well as the tokens with the specified competitors of the supply chain. Next is opportunities for implication of blockchain to supply chain industry. The important consideration for the supply chain industries are about right product, quantity, place, condition, quality, time, cost, and the customers. Through the implication of blockchain technology, it is possible to provide the management of supply chain with both strategic planning and efficient and effective control of activities. Next I'm going to talk about opportunities for application of blockchain to supply chain industries. That 13th way for blockchain will transfer supply chain management. It's like transaction settlement, audit transparency, tracking social responsibility, accurate costing information, better shipping data, preventing compliance violations, provenance, reducing human error, automated purchasing and planning, automation, enforcing tariffs and trade policies. In order to maintain the transparency throughout the supply chain, there is an immense need to provide the supply chain industry with the up-to-date information. It is only possible by making the use of latest and advanced technology, that is blockchain technology. Next, the businesses are not aware of the advancements of IT to the level they are required to be. Due to this reason, the well-defined strategies are required that can provide the businessman and the stakeholders with the benefits of blockchain technology. This is one of the biggest challenges to way of proper implementation of blockchain technologies. Stakeholders in supply chain industry are more focused to have the optimization of efficiency. It thus leads the overall management of supply chain to the cost centric rather than value driven. The other important parameters in the regard are trust issues, lack of interoperability, along with the sub-digitized sub-processes. They provide the supply chain industry with the target time while implementing the blockchain technology. Next is the supply chain industry is to deal with certain activities and operations regarding the handling of cargo, transportation, effective communication, warehousing, inventory handling, as well as the flow of up-to-date information. The stakeholders in the supply chain industry are more focused to have the optimization of efficiency. It thus leads to the overall management of supply chain to be cost-centric rather than value-driven. This is another important challenge for providing the supply chain industry with the latest technology of blockchain. The other important parameters in this regard are trust issues. They provide the supply chain industry with a tough time while implementing the blockchain technology. All can be done by blockchain technology. In the recent years, blockchain technology has extended at large scale. It is being implemented in almost all the domains, that is medical firms, supply chain industry, smart property, finance, as well as social platforms. If we consider specifically the supply chain industry, then it can be said that blockchain industry has streamlined all the phases of supply chain management. Thank you.
Thank you, Manat. Hi, this is Mohit here, and I will be continuing with challenges for implication of blockchain to supply chain industry. The stakeholders in the supply chain industry are most focused to have the optimization of efficiency. It thus leads the overall management of supply chain to be cost-centric rather than value-driven. The other important parameters in this regard are trust issues, lack of interoperability, along with sub-digitized sub-processes. They provide the supply chain industry with a tough time while implementing the blockchain technology. Next, I would talk about practically implementing the blockchain technology to supply chain industry. In supply chain management, the blockchain technology is merged by the following three aspects: removal of intermediation by removing paperwork like transportation, custom clearance, and quality inspection, etc. Smart contracts automatically enforce the contractors on completion of terms and conditions verification. Point 3. Information asymmetries are getting solution from blockchain as to identify and resolve the issue of quality between seller and the consumer. Now, I would say about the blockchain in supply chain with a case study of LotMat SIPTAG. For the proper implementation and the execution of a specified concept to the overall industry, it first needs to be confirmed by the individual companies of the same domain. This is how the outcomes can be generalized and applied to the industry as a whole. So, as is the case with supply chain industry, the case study of Lotmart Ciputat is an example of the said case whereby the implications of blockchain has been proved to be the significant parameter for streamlining all the phases of supply chain management. The case study, the traditional methods of supply chain management are not enough to resolve all the problems related to the manage all the activities across the supply chain. The major reasons for this hassle are about the lack of trust and existence of asymmetrical information regarding the production processes. The firm in supply chain industry, if make use of the blockchain after proper planning, then there are more chances to provide the firm with the success. Lastly, I'll go with the conclusion. It can be concluded that it is not enough to just define the phases and activities of supply chain industry as well as create the link. There is an immense need to properly plan, that is, to formulate the effective strategies in order to carry out all the activities of supply chain efficiently and smoothly. This can better be done by making use of the advanced and the latest technology, that is, the implications of blockchain technology. This is how the firm's long-term and the strategic goals can be achieved in an effective manner. It will lead to the overall growth and success of supply chain industry. Also, the firms can better achieve the competitive advantage in the marketplace after equipping the supply chain activities with the blockchain technology. It can serve as the keys to success for supply chain industry. Um, all for our presentation. Thank you.